guys were up 10, and then they went on a 18-2 run.
They had a tough turnover at the end of the third, and I think we were up 9, maybe 10. That turned into an and one, and the momentum just shifted. So that was a tough exchange. Instead of just staying at 9 or 10 or going up and getting a really good shot, we gave them momentum. And then, for me, I think, this one's on me. I got to get guys in the game that can create a rhythm, especially on defense. We're giving up way too many 30-point quarters consecutively, and that's on me. I have to figure out the guys who can play together defensively as opposed to relying on the starters to increase the momentum from an offensive and defensive standpoint, but getting guys who come into the game that understand what we do defensively, because we can't keep complaining about the officials when we look at all these teams that we're playing and we're giving up 36 free throws. We just got to be able to guard the ball without slapping down and be okay with that. And so it's a tough loss because we felt like we had control of the game.
Curious when you talk about just the rhythm. It was a stretch where I don't think you guys even got off a shot, maybe 4 or 5 straight possessions. Is that what you're speaking to as far as?
Well, that's the offensive side. That led to them getting out in transition. I mean, we only had 14 turnovers, 31 points. That's a lot of points off of turnovers. And so during that stretch, the offense, it went. I mean, we had a 38-point second. And in the third, we were okay. But the end of the third, I thought we lost rhythm.
Defensively on Shea, it was interesting because he had the 8 free throws in the first, and he didn't get one in the second when you guys spread it out, and then he started to do what he does to get back to the line.
We just kept fouling. He ends up with 19 free throws. I mean, he draws contact. I could sit here and complain about whatever the complaint is, but we got to be able to put our hands up and live with him shooting over top. I didn't think he was, from the field, he was 12 for 24, so it wasn't like he had one of those crazy nights, but we just allowed them to get into a rhythm defensively because we gave up so many free throws, and he had 19 of them. And so it's just something that we have to get better at. We've been talking about it for a while. We're one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to fouling, and we have to correct it.
Curious, just what'd you say to the guys afterwards? After a game that they had in control.
Yeah, we had control of the game, but the turnovers that led to points and the fouling, that's a huge separator. They had more turnovers than us, but they converted, and the fouling is just something that we have to figure out. Like, we have to do a much better job. I mean, Book goes for 46. Chris played a solid game. You can look at those numbers and say, we scored 120 points. We have to defend better. It doesn't matter who's on the floor. Like, the defensive system hasn't changed. We have to be able to defend better.
The only other thing I had, Coach, was just when you looking at Landry today coming in and he gave a spark. Immediately, what you think of his play today?
I thought he was good. I mean, it's unfortunate he's on a minute restriction. Probably got him a little bit more than we planned on, and we'll see how he responds. But he spaced the floor well. Defensively, he's a guy that we trust to play on the ball and get over screens. So it was good to have him back in the lineup.
You talked about how this Thunder team is young, but they just keep coming at you. You try to, I assume, get that message across to your guys.
Yeah.
They came at you again in the fourth quarter.
That's been their hallmark for the last couple of years, man. They're just going to play a certain way, and they have one guy that can get to the basket and get his own shot. And I didn't think, from a three-point standpoint, I didn't think he generated all of those threes. Some of those threes just came from our mistakes. But that's their mentality. They're just a team that's going to keep coming. They're going to play 48 minutes plus.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.